Alright, so potatoes seem to be doing okay. Fence is done, finally. So now I had the wife starting to put those pegs in, but of course pegs in loose ground don't work too good. So I guess I'm going to have to get, I have some old pieces of 2x4 and I'm just going to lay them all down on the bottom of the fence there, and then I'll have to use those pegs to fasten it down. I still have to make a hole here so I can go into the back part of my property across the bridge, but for now it's up, and it doesn't look like any deer came in here last night, and it seems like the apple trees might have a chance. They're actually starting to show some blossoms down there. I'm going to have to take that wrap off it so they can actually start branching out. But it's kind of weird. This tree here, I don't know if you can see it. I'll zoom in. There, I think you can see it now. The bark is splitting on it. I don't know if it's getting too much moisture, or that might be what's kind of killing it too. It may not be very good drainage right there. It's kind of showing two signs of it. That it's kind of dying off, which it could be drowning, and the bark is splitting, which is showing that it's getting too much moisture too quickly. But that's just my observation. I'm not a professional to do with trees. I'm not really a professional to do with anything. But anyhow, the trees are definitely showing good blossoms, or growth, I guess they would be. Growth, and the deer aren't getting to it to chomp off the growth. So it is windy, and I'm a little concerned with this tree here. This is a Honeycrisp. It's not really all that big, as in girth-wise, thick-wise on the trunk. A lot of the other ones have a good size already. Now, I don't know if that means that it's the drainage is really good, just 8 feet away, but this one here doesn't have a whole lot of size to its trunk either. Which is kind of funny. But yeah, so this video is actually just to do about the fence being completed, and I guess I can take these wraps off of the trees now. But I'll just be honest that I think it has nothing to do with global warming or climate change. if you look at the size of some of these birch trees, look at the size of the trunk on that. Am I zoomed in? And it's already, well, it's going to be a good 12 feet anyway in the air. And again, this birch tree here, well, it's about good 20 feet in the air. And the trunk isn't really all that big. And then you got one right beside it that is half the size of the trunk, and it's only maybe 2 feet shorter. And there's one behind it there. I've got birch trees here, so obviously I'm going to have more birch trees kicking around. There's another one right here. But yeah, you look at the size of the trunks, and they're quite a size for the size of the trunks. Like you come over here, and you got a birch tree that's got to be 40 feet in the air. No, maybe, geez, I don't know, what, 10, 20, 30, yeah, I'd say that's 40 feet in the air. You have one that has a trunk probably about 6 feet in diameter. And you have one right beside it that's half the size, about 3 inches in diameter, and it's pretty well as tall. So I'm thinking a lot that it's just a cycle of the sun. We've had ice age, you know, and it's been warming up ever since then. Yes, the poles are melting, but the poles have been melting for the last million years. You know. Or since, you know, North America was completely covered in ice. And they say the Europeans walked across the ice to get here. So, you know, it's been melting the whole time. So people being all concerned about global warming and stuff, it's actually been warming every year. So I don't believe that any of this carbon problem is an actual problem myself, but that's just my thoughts. I was just showing some of the zucchini over there that's growing. Looks like some of the romaine lettuce might be coming up. It's going to be a while for the carrots. They take about 28 days or something to germinate or whatever, I guess. But anyway, I don't want to take up too much time. It's another beautiful day. I'm glad there's wind. That's all I can say. Jeez, I gotta mix that up. This is my little container I keep water in. Let the sun warm the water up so it's not such a shock on the plants. But if there's no rain tomorrow, I'm gonna have to water all the plants here. I haven't watered them. We had rain for about 4 days, and they're doing okay, so we'll let them be. But I'm just glad the fence part's done, and now I'll have to move on to other projects. Everybody have a nice day. Cheers.